Hello guys, today we're gonna go through Crystal Clash and I'm gonna show you some lineups and I'm also gonna give you the formations for those lineups so you guys can easily go in and do this. The first thing you wanna do is, if you don't have a lot of time, you wanna find a crystal with as few defenses as possible, so you want them to be 0. But basically, we have a lot of good teams we can go through. So we're just gonna throw some in here. Let's throw in some control. Let's do that. You could actually skip Lenya and put in Damien instead. The rest here should probably be fine. But let's see how it goes. And the teams I'm gonna share with you are actually really great overall. But you might be struggling depending on how established your account is. But I wanna show you man, is this getting defeated as well? Oh man. This should probably be fine. Let's see how this goes. I didn't imagine struggling in here. I haven't been struggling so far. But happens, you know. I managed to stack them and now CC'd everyone. So hopefully this is a win now. Damien getting interrupted by May. Oh man. Good. So that's really good. So here comes the first formation I wanna show you, and it's a really great formation. And here we have Sonya buffing Seth and Shakir, and as you know, the talent buff here just throws the primal carrier, which is Seth in this case, just throws him in on an enemy. And then we have Coco here with the charms, giving HP and energy on hit for 8 seconds for the ally placed ahead. So using that on Seth, and it's a really great way to just boost Seth overall and making sure he got some damage. I could have probably just replaced the Shakir in here with Odie and would have been better. But the lineups information I want to show you is just some you can put in, and then maybe you have to adapt them a bit depending on what you're up against. This still worked out great. It was only a 3x defense, but it worked out great anyways. And here we come to this formation. It's really strong, and it is a bit messed up right now, but let's place it as it should be. Man, it's the first time I counted this lineup on this map, actually. I put it there so the Rainier doesn't swap any of my units and increasing their damage taken. But what's really great with this lineup is, if you haven't watched Rake's video about Sylvina and how great she is in PvP right now, go and watch that. It's really great. And for us, we have the Greyborn faction talent activates right now. So the rearmost non-summoned enemy loses up to 48% of their HP, and also stealing some of their attacks. So in this case it will target Talene, but we will jump with Sylvina on the Bonnie, and I believe this should be fine. And we're using Searching Spell. It's such a great PvP artifact. It gives you shield, it deals damage to enemies, it gives you magic and physical defense and crit. So let's see how this goes. It should probably be fine. Sylvina gonna jump on the enemy Bonnie, and with the Searching Spell coming in, it just finished them. I don't think I've lost a single fight with this team, but I also haven't gone up against the strongest enemies either. But I bet you can have the same results here. And I even use this formation on a weaker account where I only had Ludovic at like Mythic, and it still worked out great. Looks like I will have to wait a couple of minutes for them to refresh. But yeah, I will make sure to share some other formations as well that I just think are great overall, and leave them down in the comments so you guys can take part of them. And sometimes you just need to find that final, like, how you need to change the lineup. You might need to swap the positions a bit, but the core team is really, really strong. And as long as you don't change anything, so you lose the faction talent in this lineup, for example, you might have to swap them around a bit. Sometimes you maybe want to give the damage reduction on someone else, and so on. Maybe you need to place the Sylvina over here instead to jump on someone else, depending on what map it is on the Crystal Core. That might be something you need to do, but you need to have that core talent faction as well, otherwise it might mess you up a bit. And you could just put in a really good control team as well, so you have that in case you need to use it as well. So let's put in this. I wish there was a button here that could just activate faction talents, and maybe Tassie. Here's the same thing. The faction talent will be over here. You can put in Arden or Tassie in there. It should be fine. Here's a bit more control. And make sure if you're using that lineup, you don't use it against Lily May, for example. Let's see if we can find a new one. Here we have a really great one, which is 800. But if you're gonna do one of these, where there's full defense, make sure you have a teammate. I wouldn't waste my time going in on that one unless I have a teammate. I'm actually gonna start plundering this and see if I can get someone. Well, maybe we can start doing some in here and see if someone joins us. So here we can change its name to Crystal Attack as well. If someone will join us. So here we'll probably put Tassie there, boosting the Damien. I probably want to put the Arden over here so we focus the real Presto. Managed to stack them up. The searching spell comes out straight away, dealing some great damage. And just look at this control and the healing from searching spell. Even though the enemy has searching spell as well, this is going great. The stun coming out on Talene, so she doesn't have an opportunity to use her ultimate to a greater extent. And wow, that enemy Tassie really messed me up. That Tassie and Bonnie combo, really strong. So maybe in here we need to use someone else as well. If we get that combo going, we might actually be able to use Talene here, because they don't have anyone with direct control, and if we just keep up our control with Aaron and Arden in the beginning, maybe our Talene can do something. Oh, she actually died there. Maybe here? Oh, the enemy Tassie got her ultimate off. Maybe my Tassie can get her ultimate off, and we will be able to win here. Damien coming out with some great heals. Come on. Enemy Tassie is dead, that's great. But this is the thing when you're attacking more powerful crystals as well. You kinda need to look out for these stuff. And it will take a lot of time, because sometimes you need to retry because you don't have the good RNG, or the other one is more powerful, and so on. I guess I'm just gonna keep on clearing it and hope someone joins. So, since you want someone to join in this lineup, I'm actually gonna use May myself here. I actually think I'm gonna use Odie as well. Use Mikola. And who else do I want to use? Arak maybe? And throw him in and see what happens. Yeah, let's do it. Arak jumping around, killing everyone now. It's great. Yeah, that worked out. So here we go against a triple team. Or they're only 3 in that, so...
You're not even worth
Here we can just use a lot of control and it should be fine. We have 3 in and we want to get a bonus as well. We can use that one to... We can use Floorbell to counter Odie. And we can use Nora to hook the Odie. And that should be fine. Because the Odie should be dead before he gets anything out. Yep. The only issue we have left now is the Shakir, and the smoke isn't healing anyone. And he actually got the snow here, so he's taunting us. But hopefully we're tanky enough to deal with this Shakir. Maybe not. Huh. So we could just reuse Odie here then, and we should probably be fine.
I'll be up in no time.
So this should probably work out better than before, because now we got to execute. Yeah, and now it's just the Smokey left. So you kind of have to find the weakness in the enemy, and I mean... That kind of speaks for itself sometimes, but... So, as you can see, it can actually take some time to clear these if you don't have a teammate. So you really gotta make sure that you don't go into crystal clashes you can't beat yourself. Unless you have decided with someone before that you're going in and teaming up. Because it's wasting a lot of my time right now. Just trying to show some of the lineups to you guys and so on. So make sure you have that going on for you. Because... Man, it feels so bad just wasting your time and doing all these attacks. And maybe you aren't able to clear it either. Oh, Rainier has one in another dimension. And there we go. Now we have the final mechanic I want to show you. Because we're getting help from ones and zeros. Thank you for joining, even though you should be studying right now in class. Let's be a bit annoying towards these guys. I could actually use this lineup. How many of these heroes have I not used before? Cole and Shakira used earlier. So maybe remove those two. I mean, Sona isn't that great here, but let's find out. I just want to show you the... I just want to show you the co-op one as well. And of course, now he has put in his assist heroes. Now I can show you. So now that we have someone that joined us in the fight as well, we can actually place in new heroes that he has put in an assist team. And I'm gonna show you this mechanic once we get out of here. But this is a really great way for you to be able to defeat enemies that is more difficult and that you're not used to. So in here, in assist team, you can put in your own team and how you want to help your teammates clear all of these. And as you can see right now, ones and zeros are actually clearing the middle one. Since I've cleared all of the other ones here, I'm just waiting for him to be done. And then we can jump into this fight right here now. And I'm gonna use my crystal core one, the one I showed you earlier. And we have a lot of heroes we have not used before in here. We have Fresto, Bonnie, Ludovic, and Savina I haven't used before. And now I need to retarget actually. Because I know this bunny is gonna disappear. I'm gonna target the human instead. And I'm actually gonna swap around a bit like this as well. Because I know that, because they have the wild faction, she's gonna disappear. So there's no point targeting her, because then Sylvina will just jump in and start targeting the crystal instead. So I want to jump in and stun the human. That way he gets less healing off as well. Hopefully you can kill that human. And I'm actually going to put in a Scarlita here as well. And oh, the Scarlita actually jumped up in the air as well. Actually didn't manage to kill the human, but it's interesting. But we should be fine anyways, and soon we can place in that Friesto as well if we need to. Doesn't look like... let's do it anyways. And this is what I was talking about, this lineup. It's really great. You have that Lily May to interrupt enemy ultimates. You have Sylvina to jump on the backline to kill someone. You have the Graveborn talent, or faction talent, which reduces an enemy's health as well. So if they have any burst healing in the beginning, they will actually target that unit from the talent faction that loses all the HP. Because if we look back at this, if they were to have another unit here with burst healing, they would have to use them instead and use the burst healing on that hero. So even if you target someone else with Sylvina, for example, here, and the reduction of HP is on someone else, the burst healing will go on the other target and Sylvina will just be able to stand there and attack. It's a really great way to make sure you're able to clear this. And Lily May will just do a lot of damage while also interrupting. They have an Aaron who will interrupt him as well, and also be a great damage dealer overall. And then we have Ludovic, who's really great at healing out of nowhere. He's a great healer, and he will make sure that the Friestos survives in the beginning. And also, if they are really hard nuking team there, we'll make sure that we get that as well. So thanks ones and zeros for helping out. I can finally be done with this video. I will make sure I drop the formations I've used in the comments down below. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.